So, for those listening, said stepdad struggling emotionally after stepdaughters tell him this.
Sucker if you a step parent. Straight like that. So I got two stepdaughters, right? One of them shipping out to the army in about a month. So yesterday we sitting on the couch, we chopping it up, bucka, bucka, bucka. You know how I go? And she's like, yeah, I had to make a will and I had to put people in charge of my body and my money. God forbid anything happened. So I'm all engaged. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Nothing's gonna happen to you, a pretty girl, and you kind of smart. So they probably gonna have you in the office. But she's like, yeah, but you never know because they're gonna give me a gun. I get that, but you're gonna be straight. But she goes, just in case though. But if I do die, I left everything to my dad. So I paused for a second. I said, huh? Yeah, I left everything to my dad. I figured like he'll do the right thing. I said, everything? Yeah. I said, the car? Yeah. I bought you the car.
Woo.
Um, all your jewelry? Yeah. I bought you that. I bet. You know what? You're right. Your dad a good guy. Pucka, pucka, pucka. I ain't even gonna be in your chest like that. So I go to the room. I'm watching TV, all in my feelings. A tear fall from my eye. Like, damn, I ain't get nothing. You couldn't leave me the car so I could remember you by? Nah, you gonna get to your daddy. All right, bet. She go, yo, can I go to get Crumble Cookie? That's fine. Make sure you buy your daddy a cookie. So she go to Crumble Cookie. On the way to Crumble Cookie, she called me. Yo, Rob, my car's shaking over 40. I said, oh, man, it's probably something to do with your tires. Pull over, check if you got something in your tire. Sure enough, she got a flat. She's like, yeah, I got a flat. What do I do? Call your motherfucking daddy. You a sucker if you a step parent.
Comments: build your own family. Man 101. Emotions justified. I tell her to call her dad from here on out. 100%. Times and get no recognition. That's right. Call your daddy. DJ Khaled is upset. You the best. Reasonable crash out. Okay, so JV, Day, you sent that to us. What were your thoughts about it, or what were you thinking? What's your question?
I just really just thought about like well it wasn't really a question. I just kind of wanted your thoughts, you guys' thoughts behind that. Because sometimes we talk about relationships and stuff on here. And for me, it just shows that a lot of times like what you do for people a lot of times, step kids or whatever, um people really aren't that grateful or even have you and I can't say that person even is not grateful, but they don't even keep you in mind. Like if you do something for people in general, sometimes they don't even keep you in mind. And I'll span beyond just right. So you may do something for somebody, and later on you see them out having a good time or whatever, like, damn, you couldn't invite me or so. I mean, and again, this spans beyond just that relationship between the stepfather and the stepdaughter or stepchildren, but it goes to show you a lot of times in life, like what you do for people, um really isn't appreciated. Like it's not reciprocated. They forget about you even in a time of simple as for something like a will. They're like, oh, I'm gonna give that to my daddy and hopefully he do the right thing. But what I'm saying, I've been here helping raising you this whole time. He ain't done the right thing not one time. So I thought that was just interesting.
Ma, what you got?
Um, I'm kind of on the sentiment of Jerry Day. You know, I think that's what a lot of people, they're just like not thoughtful, not grateful. That's why when you do stuff for people, or you buy something, or you get something, or you help do with this, do that because that's who you are. Don't do that because you're looking for validation, or you're looking for this, or you're looking for praises, you're looking for, a parade flag, anything like that. Just whatever you do, just know that you did that because that's who you are. That's the kind of person you are. You like giving. You like, seeing other people do what they're gonna do. So don't expect really nothing in return. You feel me? So that's how kind of what I took from it. But then at the same time, I couldn't really take the nigga serious because I knew like this wasn't even for real. It's like this nigga did this shit just for like to get some reactions to go viral or something. Like I don't think that shit was like kind of real. Cause you think he really told that girl, oh, go ask your fucking daddy then. What you tell that girl that?
I've heard worse. I've heard shit like that before.
You heard worse?
Yeah, I've heard worse. I think things like that happen. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? As far as that, I can't invalidate his experience. So because I don't know. To me, it seems reasonable. I mean, he did, from the way I'm looking at him and just kind of, it don't look like it was like a joke. I definitely could hear a little tremble in his voice. So.
But yeah, I just think like Jerry Day thing. Most people are ungrateful people because you can help and do and all that other stuff. And like they say, you can tell a motherfucker 1,000 yes, they only gonna remember that one no that you told them. And that's just it is what it is.
And no is the best words you could use. No is the best words you could use.
Well, you know what I mean? I said that a long time ago. I love saying no to motherfuckers.
A lot of times we say yes to a lot of things, and you know, it really don't be our issue. It's not really our problem. We take on a lot of other people's issues and a lot of other people's problems, you know, because you like the person, or you know what I mean, that person means something to you, so you say yes. But in actuality, that's their problem. That's their bad decision making or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? That's their issue that they got to get through, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and even if it's something as far as, you know, you landing at the airport and, you know what I'm saying, a person, you ask a person, if they say no, then they say no, nigga, take an Uber.
Hey, I just had that happen too because I told a motherfucker, look, I don't pick motherfuckers up from the airport because motherfuckers don't value your time when you picking them up from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. And you can't never ask me and my wife don't even play that shit. And I got home on the verge of that too. Nigga, I will park my car at the airport and I'll pay them high-ass parking fees before I ask a nigga to come get me from the airport.
Yep, that's how I am. I
won't ask nobody to come. I don't give a fuck what you is. Nigga, I'll start walking. I'm not asking nobody because I know this shit time is valuable. And then at the same time with you doing that too, people don't like, okay, valuable clear story. Having this thing. We stay in Chicago land area. O'Hare is big as fuck. You ever flew in O'Hare? O'Hare is huge. When you land, just because you can turn on your phone, don't call me and tell me you fucking landed. Nigga, you still got 30 to 45 minutes before you even get to the fucking gate. You got another 15 to 20 minutes after you get off the plane to get to the fucking front door. It's still a whole fucking hour you got to go. Am I
lying? You're right. It's definitely an hour.
O'Hare is big. We work there. I go there every fucking day. When you land, it takes you 20 minutes to bus and taxi to get to the airport. But people don't, and I'm not saying this to nobody. If somebody see this and thinking I'm talking about them, no, I'm not. But I'm just saying I know that, so therefore I don't ask people to come get that. Me and my wife will get a fucking Uber. Well, only person I'm relying on to come get me, and I don't give a fuck what she talking about, and she better come get me, is my wife. I don't give a fuck what she said. You're going to sit out there and you're going to fucking wait. Vice versa. I'm going to be mad as hell, but I'm going to sit out there and wait because that's my wife. But people don't, like Jerry Day said, when you, and Jerry Day said this, and I'm going to let Spaces go. When you say yes to somebody, that problem now becomes your problem. Ain't that's what you said? Ain't that's how you said it, Jerry Day?
Yeah.
Once you got to take that in mind. Once you say yes to somebody, that problem now becomes your problem. So even if you get close to the date and you don't want to do it and you don't feel like doing it, you already said yes. It's part of your problem
now. So I agree. I agree with everything y'all just said. It was so funny because Maul got some PTSD.
No, because I've really had that before to where it happened, and I told my wife, I'm not going to get nobody else. Only way I go get you, and I had a friend I had to go get just recently, is because of this emergency. Other than that, I tell a motherfucker off the. I don't get nobody from the airport, bro. You need Uber money? I get your Uber, but I'm not coming to get you. I'll give you a few dollars for Uber, but I'm not coming to get you personally. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and even with that too, when it's during busy times at the airport, you know, they have the departures up, I guess you could say upstairs, and the arrivals downstairs. Even for both, actually, they got the people outside constantly yelling at you, trying to keep traffic moving and all that stuff. You can't just sit there and wait for the person that you're trying to pick up or whatever.
It's reasonable, right? Ain't that reasonable? Because if everybody sit there and it's only like a 3 to 4 lane highway, if we all pile up 2-3 cars deep, this traffic will never go nowhere.
Yeah, that's what. And I'm speaking on both ends of it, because on one hand, I was that person that was picking somebody up from the airport, but they still had like 30-40 minutes before they actually got to me. So I had to keep circling. It got to a point where I had to, and this was not even at O'Hare, this was at Midway. I just went and got some food and waited until they told me that they were walking out.
Yeah, that's the play.
Yeah, it's definitely reasonable because you got to keep traffic moving.
And to me, and to my point, even if my wife come to get me, I don't call and tell them I'm ready until I'm ready to walk out the door. I have to have my luggage already. Because I'm mindful of people's time. Because now the older I get, nigga, respect my time. Don't sit up, nigga. If I waste my time, that's cool. If you waste my time, we got a fucking problem.
But yeah, in regards to what Buddy was saying in the video, you know, that had to be a punch in the face, a punch in the gut, to find out that the step kid that he bought her a car, and she turned around and said, "Yeah, if something happened to me, I'm leaving the car that you bought me to my father." Ooh, that's enough to leave her mom.
That's enough
to leave her mom. I ain't gonna lie to you, because if she thinks that way, then she really doesn't recognize what he's been doing for her.
But also the case too, bro. People sit up there and say that and don't really have real conversations. Because if you have real conversations with the kids you help raising, and you're teaching them values, you're teaching them respect, you're teaching them a code of how you go about things or how we do things in this house, I don't think that'll ever happen, to be honest with you, though. I don't think when that type of stuff happens, I don't think you're really teaching right.
I think it's situational, to be honest, because, you know, there's some guys out there who are stepdads and their stepchild calls them by their first name. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I don't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem with that.
What you think about that, JVD? The stepfather, stepmother, the child calling their step parent by their first name.
Hold on, before you everyday go, what would you think? What you think they should call them?
I would say dad or mom.
Dad or mom. So you're gonna tell them
if they assume the role.
Okay, they assume the role. So you're gonna tell them, "Oh, you call me dad or mom," or you wait till they get comfortable enough to call you that.
Oh yeah, it would be a comfortability thing for sure.
So what if they never comfortable? They love you to death. They love all that the death about you, but they just didn't feel comfortable calling you that though.
Just like Buddy said, call your effing father.
Yeah, I guess so then. I guess you're right.
Because by law, I am your stepfather. Why can't you call me that? You are my stepchild.
So now it's coming out. Now it's about you, about ego thing now. That's what it sounded like to you. Yes, it is. Because you didn't. I just said it's about the kid and how they feel comfortable. You just said about if I'm accepting the role and all that. Now the ego coming into play.
That's wrong with ego though. Everybody got ego. Say nothing wrong with ego. Everybody got a little bit of that. I mean, I think I agree with the comfortability is, you know, however comfortable you are with that person, you know, ain't nothing wrong with If you want to call him dad, call him dad. If you want to call him daddy such and such, call him that. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, it's just about the what type of relationship you have with that child. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like you have to teach a person to necessarily like that shit, like being kind of thoughtful of a person that's looked out for you. I shouldn't have to teach you that I looked out for you. I shouldn't have to teach you that at all. Like
But,
you should, to me, you should be able to see that I looked out for you, nigga. Because just like you able to know that that's not really he's not really my father, so I don't have to call him by his name. You should know that he ain't really have to do shit for you. It's something as small as acknowledging that, you know what, that's not my father. I ain't gotta call him by his name. I don't feel comfortable. Then you should also remember he may have not felt comfortable as far as doing certain things for you, but he did it anyway.
but also too, right? Wouldn't you have seen that coming?
No, because people be they be, you know what I'm saying, all up the mom's ass a lot of times, and they doing shit to please the mom, so they kind of, you know, you kind of get blindsided by it. And sometimes people, you just gotta they got a naturally good heart, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like doing something for work, right? You doing something, you naturally like the work, you naturally like doing the job you do. However, every once in a while, like, damn, can I get a thank you? Can I get an acknowledgement? You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem here. It's not like I consistently want acknowledgement, but if something were to happen to you, you know what I mean? You go off the wall, and you know, just talking about his situation, you go off the wall. Who do you think was gonna pay for your funeral, or you know what I'm saying, or be a part of that? I mean, I'm sure the military would, but I'm just saying, like, or if something were to happen to you where you weren't in the military, I was gonna put up the money. You know what I mean? Not your daddy, not your, you know what I'm saying, not your real dad. He wasn't gonna put up the money.
But now your ass gonna be buried in a wooden box. No carpet for you. No cushion for you. Your ass gonna be down there in hell, hardwood floor. I hope you get splinters.
Yeah.
Be Humble said, "What about the mother? What do you mean? What do you mean? What about the mother?"
That's what I was saying. I think that's an environment that they got. Like, I don't think, like, because I think when a motherfucker do stuff like that, like, motherfucker ain't really laid down a law and it ain't got like a nice family oriented like type deal.
Say that again.
Oh no, because I don't know. Because I'm just thinking about it. Huh?
I've seen it where people have, and I've seen it where people have let, you know, a daughter, a stepdaughter, you know, he raises a stepdaughter all her life, and she let her real daddy walk her down the aisle.
What was I just watching? Where
to me that's huge.
I think
you know what I'm saying. That's huge. No, man, let the man. Your step. Ain't nobody say your daddy couldn't come to the wedding, but he can't be the one to walk you down that either. And again, I'm talking from a person. I ain't got no step kid, so I don't. You know what I'm saying. I'm talking from. But if that's a stepchild, I'm not like, bro, he can't walk you down the aisle.
But I ain't gonna lie to you though. If I wasn't there and he kind of raised my daughter, I'd tell him like either both of us walk you down or he do. But I wouldn't take that because I wasn't there. But I'm a different kind of breed, so I can't just, my pride ain't in the way on that. Because if I ain't do something and I ain't get the reward for it, I don't think I should be doing it.
You know, I was watching the show. Somebody introduced to me. It's called From Scratch. I think it's on Netflix. Zoe Saldana is the main actress, and the mother abandoned Zoe. I'm just going to call her Zoe because I don't remember the character name. The birth mother abandoned Zoe when she was a kid. And so the father got remarried. And for like 30 years, the stepmother was taking care of Zoe, but the mother wanted to walk Zoe down the aisle when she got married.
The mother wanted to walk Zoe down the aisle when she got married?
Huh?
The mother did?
The birth mother who wasn't there for like 30 years.
She wanted to walk Zoe down the aisle?
Yeah.
That's not even tradition. We ain't doing that shit. I don't give a fuck if he was or was not here.
They end up walking down with I think the father and the mother or something like that. It was, but the mother was definitely walking down the aisle with Zoe, even though she wasn't there for.
You get you a little spot though where you walk down before me, but you're not walking me. You're not walking her. Not in the wedding I'm participating in and I'm paying. No, you're not. We're not doing that. Oh no, what type of LGBT whatever this going on? It's not this.
Motherfucker ain't even gonna be in the wedding.
I'm saying, no, we're not doing that.
You can come to the wedding, sit in the audience like the other people.
Man, I might give you the table in the front if you piss me off before the couple days before. Your ass gonna be in the back of the table where it's just a bunch of mixed people that I know from work. You better chill out.
Yeah. But all the single people, your mama and daddy gonna be back there.
Yeah, back there at the single. You know, you got a single table. You got a single table. You see everybody single.
Be Humble said it's partially her responsibility to help with their relationship. I agree,
but ultimately, I mean, you at the, I mean that child is still, and they can have a great relationship. Yeah, she's still an adult. They can have a great relationship. I've seen it where they had a great relationship. But people, they want to lean towards their biological sometimes.
And it's cool. It's a case by case basis, and I don't blame nobody for like, man, I'm not fucking with no woman with no kids. I'm fucking with a woman with kids. I don't blame nobody in how they do what they do, how they want to do it. That's a case by case basis. I'm not gonna sit up there and say it's always pan out like that. No. Do it always go right? No. Do it always go wrong? No. But it's just in the middle. So you just do what you think best is your heart and whatever you can withstand. Because I know if that happened to me in real life, that should have hurt my heart. I'll probably shed a few tears or something somewhere where ain't nobody see me. I wouldn't let nobody see me. I have to use one of my cries on that for the year. We get 2, I'll be down one because I'll probably shed a few tears on that. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Because that should have hurt.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I definitely agree. Like, I think that you as far as man, I would to me it would be a caution though. To me as a man, it would be a caution to say, you know what, if you deal with a woman with children, hey, this can't happen. Right. And that, you know what I'm saying? You may not be recognized for your good deed, for your good work. And, just take it like that.
Yeah. And I got one more question too. I would want to ask him, at what age did you come in her life? Because that matters too. And that's why I always say, if you is, and this sound fucked up, and we all would agree that this sound fucked up, and I know it sound fucked up. That's why you only fuck with motherfuckers who like kind of dead in jail. They daddies. Because I don't want to go through that. I don't want my heart broke. Especially if you're getting this kid a partner life. And that's why men say that shit. Like I fuck with one who's totally out the way, who's like kind of in jail for damn near half his life, 50, whatever, 25, 30 years. Or like motherfucker that's just deceased that they got like there's something happened to it where he going to the afterlife or something like that. You understand why men say shit like that. And it also depends on too, huh?
That's what Anton said. He called them step crash dummies.
Yeah. So, and then also I will put in the line of damn, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. I lost my little train of thought. Yeah, no. Or like me personally, I fuck with a motherfucker who got a daughter that's like, or not because I don't want to keep saying daughter because that's another thing. Like to me, it's different from being a stepfather to a daughter than being a stepfather to a son too. That's a big difference too. That's another thing people don't talk about. That's a big difference too. But I like a motherfucker to be 1, 2, maybe 3 or something like that, like under 5 or something like that. Because when you start getting in the 8, 9, 10-year-old range, it's different. It's a big difference.
They say that that when it comes to having like the messing with somebody that already has a child, and like you said, it's different for men and women. Well, you were talking about if it's a boy or girl child, but it's different for men and women. People say if a woman has if you're a guy and you're interested in a woman and she has a not newborn, but like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, don't mess with it because there's a good chance her baby daddy still has access to her. What you think of that?
Some cases that be true. I'm not gonna lie.
I think if she got a 1 or 2-year-old, she needs to be focused on that child instead of being out here in these streets and trying to be, have a boyfriend. Go focused on your child. Clearly, you didn't hear the baby by a nigga. You know what I mean? Y'all was dealing with each other not too long ago, and y'all hear the child. I'm sure you're not over him or whatever. You shouldn't be out here bouncing from nigga to nigga, dick to dick. No, that's all I had to say. No, I'm just saying that. Yeah, that's all I had to say. Like, you got a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, a baby that's a few months or whatever, and you want to go back outside. You don't. To me, you shouldn't be trying to get back outside. You know what I'm saying? Fun time is up for right now. Wait till that baby get a little age. You know what I'm saying, about itself. And because again, you just got out of the relationship with dude. You know what I mean? So,
you got time to be a hoe later. You be a mother right now.
And be a mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily saying that the person is a hoe, but dude, you just focus on that child.
So what do y'all think about him saying, go call your effing father?
No, he got every right to be. His feelings hurt. He got every right to be. I don't got nothing to say about that. He got every right to be. His feelings hurt. You poured all your all into this. You really set yourself out here and all that stuff. And now you see why men say some of the things that they say. And you see why Anton say some of the things he say. He's not wrong in all the aspects. I just say he wouldn't be totally right neither, but he's not totally wrong neither.
Okay. I'm not mad at him for feeling that way either. And that's why I said you gotta at that point, well, he said stepfather, so they're probably married. So that would be grounds to leave. Unless her mother correct that.
I wouldn't say that's grounds to leave. I wouldn't. So you're gonna divorce the mother because the adult child did that shit? What happened to family? Keeping the nucleus family together.
I wouldn't ultimately. Well, I mean, it's already a broken family because he's a stepfather. But I wouldn't be mad if he did, unless her mother jumps in and fixes that situation. But just like B Humble said, it's partially the mother's responsibility to help with their relationship. Mother might have to jump back and have a conversation with her daughter and be like, he did this for you, he did this for you, he did this for you. You might want to give him some more credit for how it is that he's impacted your life.
That's true. That too. Like, I'm with you on that. Like, the mother should jump in. Like, hold on. First of all, that's not going to happen. He's walking you down the aisle. But then again, I wouldn't even want to walk down the aisle because she didn't ask me. Now you trying to force it up on her? No, we're not doing that. That's a backhand compliment. I'm cool.
Yeah, y'all got anything else? And we close out with the last subject of the day.
Yeah, we could. We go. Yeah, keep it rolling.
All right. Well, let's do this. I didn't figure out how I wanted to do this. Last subject.
Hey, but before you say the last subject, man, drop one of the clues bombs for your last subject.
We got to get premium.